Hello, welcome back to another racing video. This is the round 2 of the Sulis Scorpion Spring Series. Round 1 unfortunately got cancelled. I think they're trying to reschedule it, but it hasn't been given a date yet. So it's a 45-minute race. So this is some of my friends and me warming up. So the race started pretty much on time. We had a little bit of extra time on the track, but it was actually rescheduled about 10 minutes after it was supposed to be. So I got a really good start. I was on the front row, and I decided that I wanted to not get on the front, but sort of make it to the front. So this is just coming up to the top corner, and I think I slot into about third wheel after the corner, which is overall really good positioning. And in a race where there could be lots of splits, and it really did split up. So there's me on the front there, and it was just really good to be in a good position at the start.
Good stuff, Will. Good stuff, Nathan. Work together, you three, you'll get back on. Come on.
So me and Alex were taking like really long pulls on the front. I was doing about 1.5 minutes to a minute each lap. Alex was doing about the same. But the other rider that was with us was doing quite short pulls. And I guess it's fair enough because she wasn't in our race. And she had no reason to get back to the front. But it was just a little bit annoying. And then she actually attacked and dropped Alex. And then I went solo because at odd down the corners, I was a lot more confident on them than she was.
Good stuff, Nathan.
Because I just ride there so much. But I eventually got solo, and it was just a TT to the end at that point. So that was the 4 leaders going past, and at that point they had quite a big gap. The advantages of being a group just really quite big. There was a group of 3 riders behind me and Alex who eventually caught Alex. But I was quite worried that they were going to catch me, so I pushed on quite hard at the start.
Yeah, okay.
And on the left here, this was the big move. So Will attacked, and James tried to follow, and James sort of held him at about 50 metres.
Good stuff, Will.
For a lap or 2. I don't really know because I was on the other side of the track. But Will eventually got away, and James dropped back to the group with Merrin and Will Phillips.
Nice one, Will.
And Will stayed away for the rest of the race. Really strong performance.
I think he's broken, hasn't he? Good stuff, Will.
It's whether they can keep up with. How many years has Nathan been here?
About 8 years or something? Don't know, 7, 8 years. Yes, Nathan. Good riding.
Well done.
So I need to talk about the wind. So it wasn't overly windy, but it was definitely the most wind that we had all
Keep it going, Nathan.
So that was a headwind section I was in right there. And you could really tell that the pace slowed down because I was averaging about 36 kilometres an hour on my own. But in the tailwind sections, I was doing about 40, 41. In the headwind sections, I was doing about 34.
Doing well,
so
Nathan.
it really just made it a lot faster. That's a tailwind section there. And there's Will coming around to lap me, absolutely flying.
Yes, Will, smashing it.
And when it's windy, it makes it a lot easier to be in a group. So there's the battle for 7th going on there. And they eventually caught up to Alex, which is a little bit unfortunate for him, because he was left out on his own for quite a long time.
Good stuff, Will.
Here's Will catching a couple of lap riders.
Excellent stuff.
Nice, Nathan.
Well done.
So I had my mum on the camera today, and she
Good stuff, Will.
took some slow-mo by accident, which actually made some quite cool shots, although they weren't edited, so we got limited shots out of them.
Yes, Will!
Here's Will again, at the bottom corner.
Oh, that made a nice sound.
He seemed to change his cornering lines throughout the day, depending on whether there were riders in his way. So sometimes he'd take extremely narrow lines, sometimes he'd go really wide. And it was great adaptability, really showed some versatility of riding.
Come on, Alex.
Big words. So this is about 25 to 30 minutes into the race now. So it's a 50-minute race.
Yes, Nathan!
And at this
nice.
point, my back really started hurting. And I don't think I noticed this before because I'm usually in sort of groups. But being on my own for the whole time, I was really
Nathan, keep
trying
it
to
up.
stay as aero as possible. And that was causing a lot of pain in my lower back. So I think it was at this point that I stopped
Good,
being
Alex.
super aero. And I think I lost a lot of speed and my lap times dropped by about 10 seconds each lap.
Good stuff,
Obviously
Will.
quite a big difference, but I had enough of a gap now that I wasn't going to get caught by 6th place, and I had no chance of getting back to the leaders because they were probably 3/4 of a lap in front of me at this point. That's not Will, that's just the other 3. So this is now the battle for 6th place. Looking quite interesting.
Good stuff, Agnes. Yes, Nathan. Good stuff, Nathan. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yes, Will.
And I
Stuff,
need to give a
guys.
shout out to my friend George. So George is one of my mates from the cyclocross. He usually races in the Wessex League, but I've done a lot of Western League races with him as well. And he was doing this on a cross bike in mountain biking shoes as well. And I think it was also, his second ever road race. And he managed to stick with the group. I think he was grasping the corners by the end.
You okay, Nathan?
But really well done to him. So this is me actually stretching out my back, getting towards the end of the race because it was hurting that much, and I got a bit of relief there. So this is Will dragging the. Should you call it the second group? Maybe, yeah, second group round. So this is me coming up the hill in 6th place, but 5th open. Super happy with that. So I was caught on the last lap by
Well
the
done,
other
Nathan.
riders, me and Alex, at the start of the race. So Alex won the sprint for 6th, came across in 6th, Finn came in 7th, and George came in 9th. So thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Sort of trying out some new things with commenting on the rest of the race as well as just how I'm doing. But let me know how you found it in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.